Psalm 139 is a wonderful psalm by David where he talks to God and tells him how grateful he is that God made him just the way he is and didn't just create him, but knows right now at this instant, at the time he was writing this, exactly what was going on in David's mind and heart. Listen to these words. "O Lord, you have searched me and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise." And listen to this. "You perceive my thoughts from afar." Did you know that God could read your mind? If you know of someone who is that person who is very task-oriented, the problem is that when they get into ministry, and this happens a lot with married couples in ministry, one of them, very task-oriented, is looking to do things for God instead of with God. See the difference? And so if you are choleric melancholy, or if you have a child who's choleric melancholy, or you know someone that you have influence over, encourage them in the area of relationships. My husband, Rich, is definitely a choleric personality, probably 90% choleric with a little bit of melancholy. And for him, I used to get so frustrated because I understand that personality is visionary, and so that person can see further than the rest of us. That person can see far into the future and get ideas that are so sometimes odd and don't seem to fit where we are right here, but they're seeing them out there, and so they need a sense of tenacity to hold on to that until everybody else catches up. Now, what's a synonym for tenacity? Could it perhaps be stubbornness? Could it perhaps be arrogance? Because that's what it often looks like to us when we're very frustrated with a choleric spouse or a choleric coworker or someone else who gets these harebrained schemes and then holds on to them for all they're worth and thinks that they're right above all things. I want to read to you from Ephesians 2:10. It says, "We are God's workmanship. He designed us, He created us, He knew us before we were that little sparkle in our mother and father's eyes." He knew. He knew us. Jesus himself knew who we would be when he hung on the cross and died for our sins. What an incredible thought. Oh, I have to tell you the coolest thing. Just today, Becky was with my parents before she went back to college, and she went on an errand with them, and she came back home then, and we played a game together. That's a great time spent kind of thing. One of Becky's love languages is quality time. We were sitting here playing this game, and she said, "Oh, I got to tell you, the coolest thing happened in the car. Grandpa said to Grandma, 'Well, now how was that when you were young? Did you do this or that?' And so Grandma told him, and Grandpa said, 'Wow, I never knew that.' And she said, 'It was so fun to hear my grandparents still learning things about each other, and they've been married 60 years. Isn't that cool? So there is so much hope for every marriage, that God can take us where we are and continue to move us, continue to teach us. Can you imagine how great God is? And can you just for a moment, in this moment, realize that you don't have to pretend to be anyone else or feel like you have to please God by doing something special. You come to God as you are.